have a chance.
Today I'm going to talk about Stannis Baratheon from A Song of Ice and Fire. So let me just give a little bit of a background about my relationship with A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones. So I first got into the series with a TV show like a lot of other people, and originally watching the show, I never cared for Stannis Baratheon. It wasn't until recently when I actually started reading the books that I've come to really, really love this character. So now looking back on the TV show, I really don't think they did his character justice. On the TV show, he kind of comes off as like really prickly and unlikable. And a lot of people would say that it kind of matches with his book counterpart, because Stannis in the book is supposed to be unlikable, right? Robert and Renly were supposed to be the brothers with like the more charisma, while Stannis was just kind of like, set in his ways and kind of like had a hard edge to him. However, I find that I like Stannis just as much as I would like Robert or Renly, and it's because I think of his sense of justice and just how honest and dutiful he is. He really does inspire loyalty in a strange kind of way. Not the same way that Robert does, where you'd want to party with him, but in a kind of like a military type of way, where he's like, yes, this is a person that I would follow. This is like a military commander right here. Okay, so to explain who Stannis Baratheon is, for those of you who don't know, Stannis Baratheon is the middle child in the Baratheon family. He is Robert's younger brother and Renly's older brother. And in the books, the way they are described in comparison to each other is a really good metaphor, I believe. It goes, Robert was the true steel, and Stannis, he's the hard iron, while Renly is the shiny copper. So basically what that means is, Robert is kind of the more middle ground. He's not soft and like, has little substance like Renly does. But at the same time, he's not as brittle and unyielding as Stannis. And Stannis now, he's kind of like, he's described as being like iron. And iron being unbending, it'll break before it bends. So that sums up Stannis' personality perfectly. He is dedicated, he's unyielding, and he sticks to his duty like he's supposed to. He does what is necessary. And nothing less. Nothing more, nothing less. He does what is absolutely necessary. And I think that's one of the reasons that, the readers, not necessarily people in the world of Westeros, that's one of the reasons why people gravitate towards Stannis, because, he is just, and, like, in a series where people are, very shifty and very shady, Stannis is, like, he's dependable. You can count on him to deliver justice when it needs to be delivered. Another thing I feel that allows readers to gravitate towards Stannis is just the fact that he is pretty awesome otherwise. As a military strategist, he is fantastic. I believe he's the only character mentioned to be able to defeat the Ironborn at sea. And I believe he did that when he was fairly young too, probably in his 20s. Like, with not much experience as a sailor, he managed to outmaneuver the Ironborn and smash their ships. So, yeah, that's just one of many examples of, like, Stannis' strategy and his ability to think and plan. Also, I think a good example of Stannis' character comes when he receives the letter from the Night's Watch. I believe he is the only king who actually responded to the Night's Watch and decides to march to save the realm. So in my opinion, that really makes him the only one who's actually worthy of being king. Because, you know, he's not just out to be king because he wants to be. He's doing it because he believes it's his duty. You know, it's his duty to serve as king. Anyways, that's all from me. If you like the video, please like the video and subscribe for more.